Mindfulness is on my mind at the moment. Nice. I have been practicing mindfulness myself for probably about 15 years now. I first came across mindfulness at a time when I desperately needed help getting out of a hole. I was really struggling with overwhelm, with stress, and randomly, this was before it was cool and everyone was talking about it, I randomly found a CD in an osteopath that I was visiting at the time for some other problems I was having, and I found the CD that was 10-minute mindfulness practices. And I put it on my CD Walkman at the time and put it in my ears and found somewhere to go and practice instead of a lunch break for 10 minutes. And now at that time, taking 10 minutes every day was a really big deal for me. I didn't take breaks. I was too busy, way too busy. So that in itself was a start, but the shift that happened for me in practicing mindfulness completely transformed both the way I dealt with my stress at the time, but also my capacity to make very different choices, and that impact my performance and it impact my broader life in every way that it could. So I started talking about mindfulness a lot to people, and of course then I started coaching, and it became something that I tried to talk about people a lot. And I'm really excited because I was with a group of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs at River City Labs last week, and I asked a group who's practicing mindfulness, and I do this a lot because for me it's an important skill to be developing. And for the first time, half the group put their hands up. Now, I admit these guys are ahead of the game. Yeah, they're the front of the curve. They're probably early adopters, as Dr. Irina Yashinshaw would tell us. They are early adopters. They are people who are likely to pick up things first. But even given that, to have half a room full say yes was a really exciting moment for me. It feels like mindfulness is attraction, getting a bit of traction. So why? Why is it so important? The evidence tells us that it helps us, particularly for leaders, it helps to strengthen our metacognition, helps us improve the way we think about our thinking. That means we can be more strategic. It means that we can be more likely to manage our emotions. It helps us with that emotional regulation. And it means that we're more likely to have a pause between the experience we're having and the reaction, or rather we can respond instead of reacting, which can be the difference between building a relationship and damaging one, between supporting someone's development, making a strategic move, or damaging that relationship, limiting that person's confidence, or putting a blocker up to a project. A tiny moment of pause can make a big difference, and those of us who are leading know that that's real. So what I want to encourage you to do, really simple message today, if you're not already practicing mindfulness, follow some of the links below and go for it. As little as 10 minutes will have a measurable difference on the way you're thinking, the way you're feeling, and absolutely your capacity to pause and then respond rather than react. A few milliseconds will make a really big difference. And 10 minutes mindfulness a day will help you get there. If you've got any questions, let me know. Have a great day.